Authorities on Western Australia's remote south coast are working to determine whether a deadly strain of bird flu has spread to local wildlife. It comes as 2 birds found on beaches near Esperance are confirmed carriers of the virus. It's the first time this deadly disease has been found on the Australian continent, and now rangers on the front line are desperately trying to stop the spread. For more, we're joined by Dr Beth Cookson, Australian Chief Veterinary Officer. Good morning to you. How are rangers trying to stop the spread?
Good morning, Nat. Thank you for having me on the show this morning. As you have said, unfortunately over the weekend we did confirm the first case of H5 bird flu in Australia in a bird that's a migratory seabird on the western coast of Western Australia. These birds come from the sub-Antarctic and occasionally visit our shores. We do also have a second bird that is suspect positive and is undergoing confirmatory testing at the Australian Centre for Disease Preparedness at the moment. We have activated our emergency response arrangements, which includes extensive surveillance and community information. We are asking that the community tells us about any reports of sick or dead birds, and that will enable the local authorities to undertake the relevant investigations to determine whether this has spread beyond those birds that we've detected so far.
Okay, so how concerning is this for the poultry industry?
At this stage, these are in 2 birds that are isolated. There is no infection in our poultry industries or other agriculture systems within Australia. Obviously, the most concerning development would be if we do detect that it has spread into other populations, including Australian wild birds, particularly ducks. What we are encouraging is that people take the appropriate biosecurity measures to make sure that if they do keep birds or poultry, that they are preventing the contact between wild birds and those poultry species.
Can humans get it? I'm reading the Australian Centre for Disease Control says it's rare. It is possible though.
That's right. There are rare cases where people can contract bird flu. This normally happens when there's very close contact between people and infected birds, particularly poultry species like chickens and ducks. The Australian Centre for Disease Control, as you've mentioned, is the authority closely monitoring the risks to humans, and they currently assess the risk to people in Australia as low.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll stay in contact. Here's Chevo.